Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, which is word, truthfully and sincerely. And Shalom to the Akim, he like unto the speckled bird, which is word, truthfully and sincerely. And I say Shalom to you Akim out there. And I'm outside today. Do a quick little lesson real quick before to camp. On this Saturday afternoon, February 5th, 2022. And I'm about to bring this news article right here. About to bring like two of them out and a couple of scriptures to back it up with, And this is from the Associated Press, which is msn.com. It says, this is 4 hours ago, so this is recently. This is from a highlight of this article. It says, gunman kills 4, then himself in Texas. So I believe this is probably like a suburban part of Texas, I believe. And it says a gunman in Texas kills 4 family members and his own self and his own family, including a child, before fatally shoot himself as officers approach police Saturday. It says Corgistana Police Chief Robert Johnson told the Coruscant, if I pronounce the name of the area in Texas, Daily Suns, that one shooting was reportedly overnight about 50 miles, 80 kilometers south of Dallas. And it says about the second was discovered by authorities in Frost, about 20 minutes, 32 kilometers west of Corgistana, if I pronounced that right. Continuing on with the news article, Johnson said the victims, including a man and a woman in Coruscant and a man and a child in Frost. Authorities have not released the names or ages of the shooting victims. An Associated Press reporter left a message with the Coruscant Police Department, requested one information Saturday. And it says 2 people were also wounded in the shooting in Coruscant and a third wounded in a post, Johnson said. It says all 3 were hospitalized in critical condition, he said. It says Johnson said the suspect vehicle was found using a GPS, and a police arranged for the vehicle monitoring service to shut off the vehicle engine. And it says Johnson said officers approached the vehicle to find a man inside with the apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, and he died at the hospital. It says the name of the suspect gunman was also have not been released or identified. So yeah, hey man, just like I mentioned in my previous video, I did a sit-down lesson earlier this morning about, judgment going on in Babylon the Great, because, the door of Babylon, according to the Holy Scriptures of modern-day Babylon, which is North America. And you seeing these consistencies of non-stop judgment, and they go back into the book of Ecclesiastes 39 to 28, I roughly paraphrase, the spirit created for vengeance, and these are the signs of the times that we are living in, it's going to increase and intensify. And I'm going to bring out another article as well, too. Because I was reading this when I was at home, so, this is in Milwaukee. Slovakia. This is like another suburb part of Wisconsin, I believe. And this one right here, this is from Fox6now.com, and this is about 2 hours ago. Updated 2 hours ago and published 4 hours ago from Fox 6 News Milwaukee. And it says Brown Deer shooting, 2 dead, 2 injured, suspect in custody. And it says police said a suspect in custody after 4 people were shot, killing 2 at an apartment complex near Browns Deer Road. And it says in a Park Plaza court Saturday morning, February 5th. And it says one person is in critical condition, according to the police. It says the Brown Deer Police Chief Peter Niemer said there were a call shortly after 10 a.m. for a shots fired report. Upon arrival, officers found a victim had been shot. And it says, at the scene, Niemer said the police squad car was struck by gunfire, but no officers were injured. It says no officers from any responding law enforcement agencies returning fire. He says tactical teams entered the apartment complex. Then he said the arrest at the shooting suspect. There is no longer a threat to the area, according to the police. It says police said the suspect was taken to the hospital, but did not comment on the suspect's condition. And it says the Milwaukee County Medical Exams will conduct autopsies Monday on a man and a woman, that announced in a tweet. And it's from the Medical Examiner, tweeted responding to 88 North Park Plaza CT for preliminary reports of one adult male and a one adult female investigating autopsy. They were both shot on. Guess there's something else, but a handful of agencies, including the FBI and the Milwaukee Police Department, assisting at the scene. This is a developing story. And it says the U.S. Marshal Task Force is asking for your help finding. Oh, that's Salaki. That's something else. But yeah, these are showing signs right here. These two news articles that I just read. This was recently. And then it was more judgment that was happened last night. At a bar with a couple of people had got one person had got shot, 4 or 5 injured, got wounded over there in Virginia. And then it was I believe over there in Denver, Colorado. They had like a little church services or something like that. It was a relationship, I guess, going wrong or whatever. One dude just opened fire on his probably his woman. Well, they probably not going together. He just opened fire on them and like injured too. That was the judgment was going on. Then there's another judgment today, which is right here as the Deer Brown shooting. She shot 2 people dead and 2 injured. The suspect was in custody. So these are the signs and times that we are living in. The most high, the Son Yahweh Shai, is bringing forth judgment on this planet Earth. And I'm about to bring a scripture out there for these 2 articles that I just brought out. And these things are gonna continue to increase and intensify in the last days that we are living in. And we live in this in more perilous times. It's gonna continue in these last days. First, I'm gonna bring out that Ecclesiastes 39:28. Say, man, the spirit of vengeance is in the air, man. And we've been seeing it for the past 2 days. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 39, verse 28. And there are spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction, that pour out their force and appease the wrath of them that made it right. You're seeing this non-stop judgment happening. This is the year of 2022 of Yahweh Shemel Shai is turning up the heat on things, and we're seeing it. Especially in the whole month of January, been seeing a lot of stuff been going on. Especially starting in the month of February too, non-stop judgment happening as well too, and it's going to continue to increase in these last days. Just like the love of many shall wax cold, in the book of 2 Peter's, 3rd chapter, 1st verse, I believe. And this also in the last day there shall be various times, and we're living in those times definitely right now. And let me go to 2 Timothy chapter 3. Second Timothy's. Right, Second Timothy's. Yeah, go to Second Timothy's right here. Bear with me for a second. This is the book of Second Timothy, chapter 3. Second Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. This is also in the last days, perilous times should come. Right, because we living in those times, of perilous times. It's going to get worse and worse by the day. As we see these things happen in the news, non-stop straight judgment, non-stop loving any wacko out here, lovers and pleasures of themselves, disobedient to parents. That's why the Most High send the judgment on them, So these are the times that we are living in the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. Now I'm just reading it, and it's going to be continuing non-stop judgment on this planet Earth, And this is the year of 2022 of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Is turning up the heat on things, and expect to see more of these things to happen in the last days. But even though these things are more, common, we hear the news all the time, on an everyday basis. But you're starting to see the more increase of people, out here waxing cold, waxing cold out here. And it's going to continue to get worse, and it continue to increase in the last days, the days that we live in. So with that, I just want to bring up a little quick lesson of those two articles that I just brought out. Was a recent judgment happened, and expect to see more things like this. Like I mentioned before, even though these are common, but it's going to start to increase in these last days. Just like the beloved elder Apostle Tahar made that announcement at the beginning of the year, January 1st of 2022. Once he made that statement of Yahweh Shemal Shai is turning up, and he's definitely, once he made that statement, been non-stop judgment and non-stop, a lot of things been happening on the planet Earth, and it's going to continue to increase in these last days as well too, And so with that, I hope this was edifying through the spirit, power, rest, and mercy of Yahweh Shai. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makar Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, of the millstone, preaching his word, truthfully sincere. And shalom to the